We just had a very delicious typical Bengali style lunch. It was so delicious and so heavy. So we'll explain you where we are today. So we are in the Bawali Rajbari.
So before we explain them what is zamindar for our non-Indian friends, let me tell you, zamindars were landlords, or rather the feudal landlords, who used to own these lands and who used to collect rent and taxes from these lands on behalf of the king or whoever ruled these parts of India.
And during their time, they used to live very, very wealthy and rich lifestyles. Completely abolished in 1947 when they had to give up all their rights and lands to the government. But there were zamindars, those who were very rich, they had their own properties. And this place is one such property.
So built in the 1700s, this place was called Bawali, which is named after the Bauls, or rather the folk singers in this part of the India. After the zamindari or the landlordship was abolished, when India became independent, maintaining buildings like this became very tough, and so these buildings, they became dilapidated and they were almost in ruins till Mr. Rawal, I think he's the owner, he purchased it from the last generation of the Mondal dynasty and converted it into a boutique hotel,
which we see today. So
Yeah.
we are here to actually taste the wealthy, rich lives the zamindars used to once live.
See, most of the better part of this building, as well as many of the furnitures, they are actually more than 250 to 300 years old. It's so, again, we are in the middle of history at the moment.
This property has total 34 rooms, and we have booked classic heritage room, which we'll be showing you in a bit. They have different kinds of room like classic heritage, dark bungalow, the zamindari suite, but the one where we are staying is the original building. So the building we see today has been reconstructed and refurnished, and this is what we see today. They have given a bit of a modern touch to the old touch, and so that each and every person can come here and enjoy the property. These two rooms are actually open.
So this is the heart of this village called Bawali, and the Mondal family who owned that Rajbari or the palace, they had built these 5 temples over here, and like they got this land out of nothing. This was a marshy forest land, and they built these 5 temples, and slowly this place became a village. And yeah, as you can see, like these are in dilapidated state, but they're slowly repairing the temples, and yeah, they're starting something which is very similar to a heritage tourism, so which is a good thing. এই সাইডটা নতুন করা না?
না না এই পুরাতন এই একটা সাইড নতুন করা হয়েছে এই
Bapi, can you explain what he was saying?
So these are the ruins of some of the old houses in this village. So this part was a house which belonged to the Mondal family, and as you can see, these are some of the ruins. And according to one gentleman over there used to be a staircase which used to go up.
He showed this, right?
Yes, this used to be a part of the old staircase. You can see that is also a part of the house.
We're getting late for the cultural program. It has already started. We just watched the evening prayer. There was not much cultural activities today because of very few guests. That's okay. And now we are just checking the property, and they have a rooftop cafe where we are heading to, and I think it's gonna be great. We just finished our dinner at the rooftop cafe. Oh, so much delicious food we had. Oh, I'm so in love with the food here. So you want to explain them about the food?
Yeah, so we started off with squids, which is topped with burning vodka and a very sweet plum sauce, which was amazing. Then we had Gobindabhog risotto. Yes, so Gobindabhog is a very typical Bengali rice, which is used to make rice puddings and other desserts. So,
It's a very aromatic rice, and
Yes.
it has a lot of aroma, which is really amazing.
yeah. So when you mix Parmesan cheese and make a risotto out of it, it's really different and it's really good.
And risotto is my personal favorite, and mixing it with Gobindabhog rice, I was a bit skeptical about it, but trust me, the fusion is amazing.
Then we had a type of fish called bhetki. They call it bhetki in Bengal. I'm not sure what it's called otherwise. And the same preparation with the burning vodka on top. Amazing. And then we had this type of fish called surmai. So surmai, again, it's called surmai over here. I'm not sure what it's called. But that was smoked with charcoal fire. Amazing. And we topped it off with creme caramel, or they call it flan in Spanish, and amazing. really good food.
We had a wonderful time today. The property is beautiful, the village is beautiful. Unfortunately, we couldn't see much in the evening because they didn't do cultural activities like dance and all because there were not many guests today, which is okay. It's understandable.
Yeah, trust me, it's so empty. We almost have the entire villa to ourselves. It's huge, and sometimes it's better with not many guests.
Yeah. So we had a wonderful day. So let's end it now, I think.
Yeah, so let's call it a night. So good night.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Buenas noches.
We might do fishing in this pond.
Tomorrow.
Morning.
It's either this one or the other one, but it's either one of them. So, ciao. Good night.
Bye. We just had our breakfast. We had such a beautiful, amazing breakfast right beside the pond, and the platter was so good. And I'm so happy that we came here. The best thing about breakfast was the ambience. Ambience was so good. It was such a calm environment. It was like you're sitting in the middle of the village and having breakfast right beside the pond.
And the best part about this property is the hereditary touch that is there. I mean, in every details, for example, the crumbling walls or the crumbling metal grills, everything, or the antique furniture. It's really nice. It's really it has a very aesthetic appeal, and so in one of these places, it's really nice to disconnect and not using our phones too much or our laptops or whatever. Okay, we did use our phones a lot.
Before coming here, we read so many reviews. I mean, earlier you were telling like the reviews were not so great, but
that is some 3 years back.
Yeah.
So slowly they took the reviews positively and they built on whatever the mistakes the guests pointed out. So we'll be checking out in a couple of hours, and we'll spend the last couple of hours quietly in the property without any technological interferences. So we're gonna disconnect for now. Ciao.